Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing It is turn 113, and this is going to be a different turn. So I'm going to go through everything, and we're going to talk a whole bunch. Got a whole bunch on the plate. Just running down. Vamp 3 got attacked, but resisted. Mind Hunt did some Lichcraft. Dark Knowledge found nothing. The Tartarian Gate. Tart 12 teleported. Apkalu 1 mine hunted and killed Binuyaka, which I think was the Yogini. Or was it a Yogi? I think it was Yogini. Then we did some Kusarikus. We mine hunted and killed Bavanika. Actually, I think this was that one. Anyways, we killed some peeps with mine hunts. We're getting really, really lucky with our mine hunts, so that's pretty cool. Gift of Reason, did Dark Knowledge found nothing, did another Dark Knowledge found nothing. This Mind Hunt was resisted, cool. We summoned some Yetis, sweet. And then we have a bunch of different battles. This is a a teleport battle, where he has moved in 2 Baals, a Golden Eye, his god, 2 or 4 Grigories, and then a force of units. And this is the force trying to retreat from White Forest. And he pretty much massacred me. This is my fault here. And I'm going to talk about this. This game has gotten so late in the game that the turns take a long time for me to go through, to script, to move, to consider, to do diplomacy, etc., etc., etc. And I've gotten complacent in the last couple turns. When I saw that my throne rush was being kind of rebuffed, and that it was unlikely to succeed, I kind of got into this little mentality where I was like, okay, well, I guess that's the game anyways, right? So I've been being very complacent the last couple turns, which is shit. Like, I shouldn't do that. I should try to do my best every turn. But the majority of it is less because of the situation. I want to impress upon that, and more upon the fact that it just takes a fucking long amount of time, and I'm kind of really busy at this current point in my life, managing work schedules and stream schedules and recording schedules and trying to have a personal life on occasion. Sorry, baby. And that whole type of thing. So, I'm going to try to go forward in turns with a more active role in mind. 'Cause had I planned it out, we would have lost probably regardless. But had I planned it out, we could have done a bit better in resisting this force. So, we come in. We have Arc cast by Ezekiel. So Arc he has the Ark of the Covenant. So, blindness, disease, and death upon all that are not sacred in the eyes of the coming god. So, only priests and sacred troops of his god are protected. This is a fun item. Okay, so let's kind of just watch what happens. So Arc goes off. I don't think it really does a whole lot to me, which is fine. And the issue is we don't really have. I didn't go through the process of really making sure everyone had gems and was at the ready to do the things that they needed to do. So we do not buff our people nearly the way that we should. That being said, well, I mean, we still got a lot of magic on the field to toss, so we do some fun stuff. Blood Rain comes out, and we can already see, right, we've got multiple individuals routing. Sitting at morale 9, the Blood Rain hits, and people just start piecing out, right? So that's absolutely going to have to be a main consideration moving forward is figuring out how to counteract the heavy morale hits, but also, right, like, I should be throwing that out myself. And I can with relatively simple investment. We've got Semyaza back here in the backfield. Funnily enough, he has a never healing wound now. He's super dangerous, but he can be killed. He just took 12 damage right there. Yeah, most of the damage that he is taking is from basically smites. Okay. So there's not a whole lot else going on in this battle. We do get routed. We get a couple killed in our back line. There's going to be some interesting stuff that happens from here. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Okay. So we kill 40-ish long dead Rephites, 9 living statues, and nothing else really. We lose a couple of crystal sorceresses, an Enkidu shaman, an Insi, a bunch of Gurus, a bunch of Ishibs, and then a bunch of chaff infantry. Next up, we have a battle in Moss Woods where he's just raiding me with a Baal. This is our teleport from our Tartarian Monstrum. And it's not a super interesting fight. There's nothing here. It's just a blood hunting province. So we come in, we body Ethereal, we do some nether darts. Oh, that's the other thing is it doesn't have anybody here right now. I don't know if this was on purpose or what, but yeah. I don't know what happened. Did they just rout? Yeah, he has a commander right here. Watch the battle. Do I like snipe the commander or does he run? Is that him? No, it's him. He just routed for like no reason. Crazy. Yeah, dude, just like the commander just started off routing. Weird. Whatever. So that's in Omiya. In Kamsath, we get attacked by some Amis. So the teleport squad, right? They come in and they're just soul slaying. And boom, they get me. So gonna have to watch out for that. Yeah. And then we've got in Urfel, we've got a Raksharaza and some Vampire Lords against the Lich. They win. In Sitha, we've got a Melkart. He wins, obviously. We do some blood hunting, and then we have a bunch of other battles. Another Tartarian Monstrum takes on, again, PD and blood hunting. This Enkidu Bone Reader, I was hoping that these individuals were either going to move or be killed in mine hunts, but there's still a Lich and Vampire Lords here, so this Enkidu Bone Reader and Solus fail to do anything. The Bone Reader does rout successfully, though. We take over Rim Mountains again. We are attacked in Oak Beach, and this sucks. This is funny, though, actually, how it happens. So, I don't know if we're going to watch the entirety of this, because, again, I'm trying to make these shorter, because 45 minutes is pretty long. So we have this guy, this Tart 4 over here, and he's kitted out relatively well, but he's lost both of his arms. He's kind of in some trouble. But he's more than enough to handle all this chaff. The issue is that, and this is very, very well done, right? I think he put his liches on advance and cast spells. So they actually get close enough. Watch it here in just a second. They get close enough to... Oh, there, you see? They start spamming Control Dead. And now our guy has 18 magic resistance, which is okay, but it's not like crazy. So it's just a matter of time before Boom, got him. So they just snagged theirself a nice little Tartarian Cyclops. Swank. Okay. And then Vampire Lord attacks into Delka and wins. We are attacked in Shambolic by 2 Yoginis, a Traitor Prince, and a Raktapada. And basically this is another get popped by Ravenous Swarm. So Ravenous Swarm comes up and pop kills the Lich. Real effective. That was Shambolic in Neotha. We are attacked by a Raksharaja, and we win because he runs into barbarians and he can't handle it. Is basically how it works out. So he's got mirror image up, and these guys, they're kitted out very well, right? But they are way more killy than they are defensive. So he flies in the back, and then he just gets surrounded, and eventually his mirror image gets popped, and then a hard enough hit yep, we just got it. A hard enough hit pops his mist form, and now that he doesn't have mist form up, he's taken legit hits, and he's dead. Fucking barbarians just hit hard, and when they have way more HP than they normally do, it's hard to deal with them. Because normally the thing with barbarians is they rout really easily because they don't have great HP, and you kill a couple of them, and then they all rout. But when you increase their HP, all of a sudden they have a lot more longevity in the fight, and they just cut through people. They have such high freaking base damage. Really cool. We attack into Glistening Dew Forest with 2 Liches, and we win against a Raktapada and a Vampire Lord and a little bit of PD. So this is interesting, because I would assume nope, Raktapada doesn't have anything. Oh, he's got there are blood slaves on the Vampire Lord. Gotcha. So I'm assuming, yeah, it's basically just we can outproduce them. That's, oh god. It's such a shitty fight. Oh, we can make more skeletons than you can. Trash fight. Oh my goodness. And it's basically, it's like a tower, not a tower defense, but like a lane war, you know? It's basically just you get too much going, too much pressure from one side, and it overwhelms the other side. I actually want to go play like StarCraft custom games now. Play some Lion Wars. Lion. I always say that word. I always say line or lion. I always kind of draw that out. That's my southern twang bringing its roots up, rearing its ugly head. Okay, so we have Glistening Dew Forest where we won. We are attacked in Mag by Archdevil Igarak and Raksharaja. We lose there. We've got Gaeta with the Heliovegas, which we lose. And this is our High Priest of the Sun that we lose, which is sad, but it's whatever. And then we have Greendale, the little triple Amis. I think they literally just come in and like Mind Blast, or do they just Soul Slay? Yes. Oh no, these aren't Astral Amis. These are other Amis. Interesting. Phoenix Power, Lightning Bolt. Oh, they're just casting spells, hoping to kill people before, and they did. They barely did. That would not have worked against much more PD. Much more PD would have made it to them and killed them. Like just like 6 might have made it to them and killed them. We attack in Ivermark into a group of 100 thralls and 75 Enkidu slaves. We take 0 losses and actually enslave some slaves and thralls, master and slave. Cool. Not really a battle, so I'm not going to watch it. Trackless Woods, we attack and win. Troll Peaks, we are attacked in and lose. Feral Woods, we are attacked in and lose. Talito, we attack and win. Okay, so another scenario here with a blood hunting operation, basically, that we destroy. White Forest, we are attacked in White Forest, and this is funny. So this is the remnant of the army that was attacked by Hinnom in the magic phase, the one that he sent his Grigories and his god after, right? So when he did that, he sent a Baal up to clear White Forest. But the problem is most of the force routed back to White Forest. Oh, fuck. So he sent this Baal out here and it got killed. So he does Phoenix Power, he does Fire Shield, Blessing. He kills the one, and then he basically gets overwhelmed. He's just not prepared to deal with this much, I don't think. And boop. Kind of funny how much they can produce when they just start spamming like wolves and ghost wolves and warriors. Okay, so we kill a Baal. In Raphabolia, so he comes out at us, right? He wins in White Forest, and then he sees his opportunity. He feels good about his chances now. And if I were him, I would have felt good about my chances after seeing the way White Forest went as well. So he pops, and I'm not there anymore. He kills a single soulless warrior, and he loses 36 long deads and 6 long dead Rephites for it. I wonder what he did. What did this Grigory end up doing? Solar Brilliance. That's what. Yeah, because it has a chance. It does damage to undead beings. It doesn't care if it's your side or their side. Interesting that he has solar. Oh, he has Forbidden Light. So it just starts with Solar Brilliance. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, he also starts with Will of the Fates. Oh, his fucking Grigory are stacked, man. They're scary, scary people. I don't really know how to deal with them. I think maybe getting a whole shit ton of penetration, and then just anytime I see a Grigory like out of place, mind hunt it with like 5 things, and pray. That's like the only thing I can think of is like stack penetration items and just hope that I get lucky mind hunting a Grigory one day. But he'll just I assume he'll just like at this point in the game just resummon the thing. Anyways, he obliterates this soulless but kills some of his own people for it. It happens. It's chaff, he can afford it. And then we attack in Tessafond to remove the people from that. Unexpected event in Greenwoods, we get +10 defense. We get +8 unrest in Old Man Mountains. We get -2 dominions in Trackless Waste. That's not good. We don't want minus dominions events. We want more dominion. More dominion. More dominion. We are attacked in Old Man Mountains by brigands. Lose that. We find a false prophet, kill that. We find a Bakemono chief from Hinnom, kill that. And a scout from Relay, kill that. And then we lose 2 scouts of our own. We've completed Palisades in Dershid and Pugria. And yeah, we're not trying to actually siege White Forest, calm down. And we get a vampire back as well. Okay, so we have to talk about a massive development in the game this turn. So, this is probably going to be the main focus of this turn. I've been talking about this for a while, the concept that, hey, hopefully this game's going to be over by turn 115. Either because I will have won, or because it will be clear that I am not going to win. I think that that point has basically hit. However, not quite in the way that we maybe thought. It is clear to me at this point, I think I could continue to battle Lanka, and I'm not sure. I give a 50-50 to who would take that. Actually, I say 50-50. I give him the advantage. I give him a 60-40, right, on which one of us would actually win if it was just the two of us duking it out. But Hinam is a little bit of a different beast right now. Hinam, as a late game threat, has just some crazy options and has a really good set of options just in general to deal with a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to accomplish. So, I think Hinam is basically, I don't think we can beat Hinam at this point. I give Hinam probably like an 80-20 versus me. I'm not counting Relay, and I want to say this out of respect because Relay is still in the game, but I don't know how in the game Relay is. Because I don't know if Relay is actively taking turns. I think sometimes they're actively taking turns, and then sometimes they're not. It might just be that Relay knows what they've got going on and knows that some turns don't matter to them. And it is possible that they are waiting to rise up from the sea. But it's possible. But I kind of feel like the player has decided, hey, I'm just in it. No one's going to come after me, because who wants to get entrenched in a underwater war at this point, right? But I can just watch the game from here and maybe, do some stuff on occasion. Play spoiler, that type of thing. Lanka has stated that they are concerned that the game is going to grow into a stalemate. That with Hinam, Lanka, and us attacking each other, that we're going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and eventually Hinam is just going to grind everything down and win. But that eventuality will take a while, right, is their concern. And I kind of agree with them, generally speaking. So the scenario is how do we change that? So I reached out to Lanka and I said, hey, look, I know you and I have been fighting. I know I basically caused this because I tried to do a throne rush and win the game. And I know that our original plan was when I was done killing Miklin, I would team up with you against Hinam. I know I am the one who screwed that up. How do you feel about pulling back and then reenacting that plan? And so Lanka and I talked, and basically we came to terms that I find agreeable. And the terms that we're come to is basically we're gonna resume old borders with one caveat. And we're gonna take a couple turns, and then we're going to both try to focus down Hinam. I don't even know if that's going to work, and Lanka has voiced their concern as well. Don't know if that's going to work. It might be possible that Hinam just beats us anyways at this point. I don't know if that's the case. I like to think that with enough focus from the both of us, we can burn him down. And now, of course, right, I fully anticipate... We'll talk about that in a second, actually. So that's the big change. That's the big reveal. We're pulling out most of our units from Lankan territory as well as we can, pulling into different locations. We're hitting back into certain, into 140, 128, 56, trying to take back our lands, etc. And the overall goal is going to be to kind of reset with one caveat. We are going to give up Jabal Kish as a token of good faith. And the reason that we are doing that is because, and Lanka knows this, right? I only need 3 thrones, and I have 3 thrones on my border with Hinnom. If Lanka and I, have a peace and we both start to focus down Hinnom, what's to stop me from trying to make sure that I get those 3 thrones and winning? And of course I would try to do that. Which is why I feel like this is a perfectly acceptable, what's the word I'm looking for? I blanked, sorry. Not consolation. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This is an acceptable scenario. This is an acceptable price for going for that. And part of the reason is if we look at what Lanka has, they have the Throne of Abundance, they have the Throne of Earth, and the Crystal Throne. This is, Javalkish is the Throne of Eternal Suffering. So, in giving over the Throne of Eternal Suffering, they will have 6 points and 4 points. So, 10 points. They at that point, will need at least 3 thrones to win, right? So, it will turn into a scenario of, if they are able to prize away some thrones, like prize away Grainport, and then maybe like get one of the thrones on our border. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is they have to cover a lot more ground than I have to cover to get to those 3 thrones. Now, obviously, this will push me back from 3 thrones. I'll need 4 thrones, but I think it's a fair trade, right? And even if it's not, I still honestly think that that's the only way that, I think Lanka and Hinnom are much better suited to a game where they are bled, where someone is bled out over time. I will be the one that does the bleeding if we play like that. Whereas if Lanka and I join forces against Hinnom, maybe we're able to do that, and then maybe I'm able to turn back against Lanka and do something from there. Who knows? Right? At the very least, it gives me a chance to reset and try and prepare for different options. Whereas right now, I'm kind of just floundering, truth be told. So, that's the overall plan. We're going to see how that goes in the near future. In the short term, this turn, we are moving the Pangean army onto Jaburnia. We were very lucky to find a laboratory here in Ivermark, so we've filled back up, we're ready to go, we're moving on to Jaburnia. We should one turn pop that. We're gonna have to watch and see what he does. He might realize, oh shit, he's gonna go for one of my other locations, and he might just chase us. If he does, we could get into a weird little dance. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We have some options. Keep in mind, right? If need be, I can cast spell. I can astral travel 5 provinces at a time, 430 units. Right, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or more likely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like right up to here, in Monarch Woods. And then I could 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I could get to Raphabolia in 2 turns with a pretty sizable stack. And I still have a pretty sizable stack here, right? So we've got options. If he's aggressive with this army, we can get to Raphabolia pretty quick. So that's just something to keep in mind. So we're gonna attack into Jaburnia. We're also going to attack into Old Man Mountains with NC 12. Just moving and scooting. Also, just making sure that we're a little closer to something like Tirnanog in case we want to threaten it. And then in the Pangean front, he does have this army here in Andoria. I don't expect that he is going to push at me aggressively with this army. But he very well might. So I am pulling the units that I have from Pangea into Carrion, because Carrion's a slightly more defensible position for me at the current point in time, because I could potentially bring units from other locations. And again, I could teleport in if I need to. And then we have the force at White Forest. So this group, the sad group, is gonna in these types of situations, I find that more often these units are dead. I can save a couple of them. I could save a couple of them by pulling out the Oogaloo with Boots of the Messenger. I could maybe get a Gudu or an Incy or something like that out. I have options. But most of them are gonna die, and that's okay. I am going to be saving the Apkalu because I think that's worthwhile, very worthwhile. I'm also gonna save some items on the Apkalu. So do we have a shield and a chest piece that we care about? Probably not. Nope. Okay, so we're done then. So we're taking the Apkalu, heading him to Carrion, and then the rest of the group is actually going to go to Halamire. So we're going to do a little bit of a wee odd merry chase. I'm assuming he's probably just going to magic phase me. Probably not this turn, right? But I would assume next turn, once I am in Halamire, he'll be like, okay, I'm not dealing with that shit, and he's gonna magic phase me. But so we've got gems on people. I have all of these people are set to conservative magic gem usage. So we're gonna see what happens here, and we have B Chief, the Bakemono Chief, with his little party of Bakemono shows, is here to help reinforce. Okay. We've got some air elementals coming out. We've got some water elementals coming out. And what we're hoping here this turn is basically just to survive. And then the next turn, potentially, depending on how things go, he might magic phase us. And if he magic phases us with the wrong person, I'm probably going to swap my setup very drastically. And I might try doing some liquefies and things like that in order to, if he doesn't send enough, right? If he's like, oh, there's not much here, let me... I don't expect him to do that, right? I don't expect him to at this point make a rookie mistake and underestimate me. I anticipate if he sends something, he'll send something like this, right? Which will be more than enough to deal with me. But if he doesn't, then I might take this this group on a little merry course, or I might just try to route them back out through like Halbathria or something like that. It's kind of going to depend on what's happening around us. So we'll see. That should be an exciting little jaunt. I say an exciting little jaunt. It'll probably be over in 2 turns or less. Other than that, we are making things, mostly gear, like Thug Gear, Scutado Volturnus, Dragon Helms, Armor of Knights. We're continuing to produce Tartarians. We're continuing to do Liches. And that's pretty much it. We've got a number of... We've got a temple there. We've got a couple of locations that do not have... that have forts but don't have temples now. We want to change that. Again, our game plan hasn't really changed. We want to get back up there and maybe super force our Dominion out And then maybe we do something like, we've got Gift of Health already. Maybe we try to do something like a Vengeful Water, right? Or maybe we do something like a... Is Wrath of God air or is Wrath of God astral? That's air, isn't it? No, it's astral, isn't it? It is. Yeah, Wrath of God is astral. So we could still do that, but that's less likely. We don't have as much astral as we would want there. That's interesting. So I feel like conceptually you have like a Gregory cast this. Okay, anyways, sorry. I had never read that spell before. That's pretty much the end of the turn, truth be told. There's not really a whole lot else going on. Big diplomacy changes with Lanka. Big army losses with Hinam. Gonna try to make some moves and see how they go. That's pretty much it. We need to figure out our nature income scenario. I keep having... I gotta do Gift of Reason. I'm not sure what to do there, truth be told. I might reach out to Relay and see if they are willing to trade gems for something. But I really don't know. I'm not sure there is a way that I compete well without something else up, like a Vengeful Water or a Gift of Nature's Bounty or something like that. Anyways, that's going to be it for the turn. Thanks for watching. As a heads up, I don't really plug stuff very much, but we have started a Discord, the community that I have. We've started a Discord, and I'm actually really interested in seeing activity over there. A lot of the people who comment on these YouTube videos, the Dominions videos that I do, have really good insight, and I've actually learned a lot from the people there, so I'd love to hear from any of you on the actual Discord server, because that just makes it easier to ask questions and communicate and talk about things. If you're interested in that, the link is in the doobly-doo down below, and see you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.